Hi, everybody. I'm Darren Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan. You're about to listen to some Ecomm Forum whiskey shot follow-ups. Enjoy. More to come. Hi, everybody. I'm Darren Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan. We're here with Pat from Adobe to talk about some of the smartphone mobile e-commerce trends he's seeing. Pat, you want to introduce yourself and give everybody a download about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Pat Toothaker. I've been with Magento for a while now, a couple of years, part of the product marketing team for commerce at Adobe. And yeah, so we've been seeing a lot of kind of shifts in terms of how people are building their websites using the Magento platform. A lot of different kind of shifts in terms of consumer behavior around mobile devices and things. So yeah, love to talk about that with you, Darren.
Cool. So Pat was one of our speakers at Ecomm Forum 2020 back in October. Did a great job talking about PWAs and e-commerce trends as it relates to those. And what we're doing here are some bite-sized series of contents. I've been talking about kind of whiskey shot-sized content pieces for people to digest easily or throw back real easily, I guess is a good way to put it. So with that intro, Pat, I think that smartphones have been growing in their share of commerce traffic in general for years, right? But I think I'm guessing 2020 had a pretty big increase in the share of smartphone commerce. What are you seeing there? What are you seeing from the data of the last year and trends going forward?
Yeah, we've definitely been seeing for a while now. I think there have been some kind of shifts in terms of mobile revenue, kind of as a percentage compared to total online revenue. It's mobile's growing their share. Since the e-commerce forum kind of talk that we had, we actually did see that on Christmas, Adobe Digital Insights was finding that Christmas Day was the first time that mobile actually had over 50% of total online revenue. So that kind of shows the trend in terms of mobile devices being a little bit more important in terms of driving that revenue. But we're still kind of seeing a lot of mobile devices. They still have the lowest conversion rate. So there's a lot of work that people can do to kind of pick that up and really take advantage of that channel.
Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head with the comment about or observation, maybe I should say, about the low conversion rates on mobile, right? I think that's where there's an opportunity for merchants to really invest in that mobile experience.
Yep.
Because it's different on a mobile device. I think that the checkout process on a mobile device needs to have a different sort of care put into the user experience than it does on a desktop where there's a keyboard with actual keys versus thumbing something out.
Big thumbs.
Right. Thumbs. There are a lot of things I don't do until I get to my computer because I can type so much faster than I can thumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way for sure. You got to think about it. It's a different customer experience. It's the same brand, same website, but people interact with you differently depending on where they're kind of coming to meet you.
Are there any other notable differences from a metrics perspective that you're seeing in the buyer journey on mobile versus desktop, or is checkout where things really start to diverge?
I think checkout's one of the biggest kind of areas that's easy to sort of benchmark and see metrics around. I do think that in terms of discoverability and kind of the actual browsing and shopping experience is definitely different. I think a lot of people do probably, like you said, a little bit. They do the shopping, kind of scrolling through, finding products on their phone, sitting on their couch, whatever, while they're watching Netflix, and then they wait and put things in their shopping cart, but actually wait to do the checkout, on a desktop or something when they're ready to kind of put in all their address, credit card information, all that kind of stuff. But we're also seeing that I think it's March when Google's starting to make some more changes to the way that they're doing search engine optimization. They're starting to put more of an emphasis on core web vitals. So things like looking for loading time, time to interactivity, things around like visual stability, how much the page shifts as it's loading for you. So those are some areas too that even before somebody's on your website, those are things that kind of just getting people to your site, the acquisition side of things that are starting to be impacted, and we expect to be more so this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those are going to be some pretty big changes, which makes sense, right? Like most of the things that Google rolls out from an SEO perspective, even sometimes in advance, let alone in retrospect, makes sense when you think about it. I think they're trying to roll them out in March, thinking that with St. Patrick's Day, everybody's going to be, distracted, but they're not going to get a pass.
Yeah, we know you'll be paying attention, even though it's St. Patrick's Day.
Right. Yeah. We're only closed 2 days a year, St. Patrick's Day and the day after. So PWAs, let's talk about that just real briefly. You know, I think one of the chronic problems our industry has is our use of acronyms. So just real quick flyover on PWAs, describe what they are to people and maybe when they need to be mindful of investing in those.
Yep. Yeah. So kind of quick, high level, PWAs, progressive web applications. It's sort of the next evolution of responsive web design. It's using kind of different technologies to bridge the gap between the pure kind of browser responsive web design elements versus a native app experience, to kind of marry those to give you the discoverability and ease of access of browsers versus the kind of more engaging features that are available with a phone and native mobile apps. And we're starting to see there's more folks who are kind of adopting PWAs. A lot of the kind of initial wave is about performance and kind of mobile, you know, making the mobile performance, mobile experience a little bit better. But there's also benefits around kind of desktop devices as well. You know, we're also seeing that just some of the as we get more partners and more developers and just more people in the community more familiar with progressive web apps, they're starting to kind of build up that expertise and build up that sort of skill set within the community. We're seeing a lot more kind of experimentation and seeing a lot more benefit in terms of how quickly changes can be made to the website, how you can make be a little bit more experimental with your experiences and things, so that you can sort of really try and kind of take the next level.
Right. Yeah, I'm a big believer in progressive web apps. I think I got lucky with one of my predictions years ago when I said that I thought apps would go away, because it's like a totally separate experience you have to invest in. And, you know, I think that those paths will converge at some point. So Pat, this has been a great whiskey shot sized of post Ecomm forum content. Is there any last piece of information you want to leave people with? Any walk away best practice tips or tricks or anything?
Yeah, I think kind of touching on that last, you know, the last bit about PWAs, one of the things that I think a lot of people sort of assume it's an all or nothing proposition, but we're seeing a lot of our customers and even non-Magento customers kind of taking more of a stepwise approach. Maybe you want to kind of take some of the best practices and sort of development ideas of PWA and apply it just to the checkout. Or maybe you want to have a kind of pop-up shop where it's just a flash sale or something and really kind of experiment with it. You don't have to go full bore and totally redo your website that way. You know, if you see an opportunity to grab a little bit of that extra conversion rate around your mobile experience, make it a little bit better, test it out, try things in little pieces.
Great. Pat, thanks for making some time for us. Thanks for being a great speaker. Last fall at Ecomm Forum 2020. Looking forward to more work with you, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Darren. Good talking to you again.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk soon. Sláinte. Hi, everybody. Darren Lynch, founder and CEO of Irish Titan here again. Thanks for joining our whiskey shot sized of Ecomm Forum follow-up. If you want more information, fun, or shenanigans, please go visit irishtitan.com/ecomm forum. Thanks. Have a good day. Sláinte.